What's up, everybody? Y'all come on in. We got a fun one for y'all today. Let's spit this game. What's up, Arlen? What's up, Daniel? What's up, Alexis? What's up, Diane? What's up, Malik? What's up, Diana? What's up, D Rose? In his house. Y'all come on in. What up, Blake? Y'all come on in. We gonna have some fun on this one. What's up, Cashapp? Alright, we'll give him another minute, y'all. We're gonna get started. We're gonna get this one, we're gonna get this train rolling. Oh, you said my energy is lit? Yeah, I'm feeling it. This one, I feeling the excitement welling up in me. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun. Yeah, come on in. Alright, how about we get it in? How about that? How about we go in? You see what I'm saying? How about we motherfucking go in? Today's topic is Immortal Kombat, also known as Mortal Kombat as well. We're going to be talking about both. We're going to be shifting in between rounds. We're going to be talking about how it relates to what's going on with us. Let's discuss the secret war between the Star Gods and the motherfucking Fallen. So let us begin. Now, and what we got going on here, a lot of people ask me, Marvin, people talk about a war, but I don't see nothing. That's because it's a mystical war, a spiritual war. You know, in a popular game / movie / anime series, Mortal Kombat, they never fight on the physical where you can see them. They always fight in the back, on the back of the force. You see what I'm saying? In the force. This will be part 3 of my Magical Cold War series, by the way. The first one was Magical Cold War. The second one was Magical Special Forces. This part 3, Immortal Kombat. Because I told y'all what was going on with the Magical Cold War. Now I'm about to delve deep into like the how big it has gotten. You see what I'm saying? Like the depths of it. So let's get it. So in Mortal Kombat, in the first one anyway, let's start with the first one. They go to this island somewhere in the back end of the realm or the force, and they always get together to fight. And they go in and fight, and each round you gotta win 10 mortal, at least 10 Mortal Kombats to conquer the round, right? And the defenders gotta beat these conquerors at least once to protect their round for another generation, right? Sound familiar, right? This is sort of what we doing, right? So now the secret war is an intercelestial kumite. Let me say that again. It is a intercelestial kumite. What's up, Jamisha? What is an intercelestial? First of all, what is a kumite? It's an underground, no holds barred martial tournament that nobody knows about, right? Now, you have 2 types of kumite. You have one with rules and one without rules. You see what I'm saying? The tournaments have rules, but the no holds barred wars, the Immortal Wars, has no rules. So we warm up first with the kumite, with the tournament series in the first Mortal Kombat. Here you got the character Liu Kang, aka Hiru, the champion deity, and he with his team Sonya, Sekhmet, and Johnny Cage Kunsu. Now, who do Sonya and Johnny Cage represent? They represent his right and left hemisphere. Sonya represents his right hemisphere, and Johnny Cage represents the left hemisphere. Or actually, Sonya represents the left hemisphere, and Johnny Cage represents the right hemisphere, because Sonya was real logical, real fierce, and she was pretty much a commando for the most part, right? And Johnny Cage was real silly, real goofy, but you know, he kept everybody together, you know, with his humor or whatever, right? Then you have Raiden, which is his high self, and he has to do what? Defeat who? Shang Tsung. Who does Shang Tsung represent? His dark side, of course. He the Voldemort or the storyline. You see what I'm saying? He the Voldemort or the storyline. So Liu Kang must go and defeat this motherfucker, his dark side, in the form of Shang Tsung. Now, he has teammates, which is his spiritual guys, his soul squad, his magical soul squad. Besides Johnny and Sonya, they have other teammates that's on their squad as well that fight in the tournament, you know, to defeat some of, you know, they get the Fallen had their army, they military, they soul squad, and we have our soul squad, right? You know, they Arcanic Terminators, and we had our soul protectors, right? Our soul guardians. So we war with them. You know, some won, some lost on both sides, until ultimately Liu Kang had to do what? He had to fight who? Shang Tsung, his dark side. Now, Kitana, Oshun, his inner feminine energy, represented what? He had to conquer. Before he even fought Shang Tsung, he had to do what? Fight Reptile. He had to master his reptilian brain, his warrior mind. After he mastered his inner warrior, he would go and fight Shang Tsung. She told him he would face 3 tests. What were the 3 tests? The 3 tests is the activation of your hypothalamus, your pituitary, and your pineal glands. Those are the 3 tests that he had to conquer. Once he conquered them, he faced off with Shang Tsung directly, and he defeated him and actually freed souls. You see what I'm saying? Cause his dark side had ran rampant, and he was just running around here killing motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? So you get into they defeat him, save Earth Realm, or so they thought they saved Earth Realm for another generation. Turns out he had another badass that he answered to called Shao Kahn, and he was the ruler of what? Outworld. Let me go over these realms here. There's a particular myth in the Mortal Kombat realm that talks about the creation. You know, every story has a creation myth, right? So they talk about the one being, the one source being of all, who is Pormandres or Hunaku, you know, the invisible God behind the gods, the original primordial intelligence of existence, right? That we all have, right? That's what our souls are made of, composed of. They're the original primordial solar melanated intelligence. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, they said the elder gods claim that the fucking one being Pormandres or Hunaku was draining them. So they used that as an excuse to attack him and break his mind up into 6 or 7 different pieces and created what they call the what's the word they use here? They use a certain particular word, and y'all know what I'm talking about. It's pretty much Mortal Kombat's version of the Infinity Stones. They call them the Kamidogu. You see what I'm saying? Which literally means God tool or divine equipment. And they mystical relics that are crafted by the elder gods, which are said to contain the essence of the realms. You see what I'm saying? So this story went like this. Let's see here. Let's see. It says here, first introduced in Mortal Kombat, the one being is considered to be the progenitor of the realms. And the 6 major realms of Earth Realm, Nether Realm, Outworld, Order Realm, Chaos Realm, Edenia, and then you also got Oshtek as well, which is the Golden Realm, which is the Realm of Gold that's ran by who? These guys like the Olmekian gods. You see what I'm saying? These Olmekian gods, they have their own realm in this story, and it's known as Oshtek. And all the other smaller realms. According to an ancient legend, in the beginning of time, there only existed the one being and the elder gods. The one being fed on the essences of the elder gods, but eventually the elder gods defeated the one being, and in efforts to weaken the one being's near infinite power, the elder gods separated the one being's consciousness into the realms and created 6 Kamidogu, which held, let's see, which held the essence of the one being. The legend decrees that if one were to obtain all 6 Kamidogu, the Kamidogu, I'm going to show you what they look like. The legend decrees that if one were to obtain all 6 Kamidogu with the sacred amulet, he or she would be granted ultimate power. It goes on to say the one being's disembodied consciousness seeks to reunite all the realms in order to make itself whole again. It is implied that certain beings like Shao Kahn, Onaga, and the rest of the beings were acting on behalf of this one being. What's up, Jill? They was acting on behalf of this one being. You see what I'm saying? So, and he says it is implied that that certain beings have acted on it, like Onaga Shao Kahn is responsible for their attempts to merge all realms, particularly Earth Realm into Outworld, for example. So let's continue here. What do the Kamidogu look like? They look like this. There's 6 of them, as y'all can see. They look familiar? They look like the 6 Infinity Stones in Marvel, right? So, 6 Infinity Stones in the Marvel Universe, 6 Kamidogu artifacts in the Mortal Kombat universe. In the Marvel universe, my boy Thanos made a glove to house all 6 of the Infinity Stones, and so he can use the Infinity Staff to wipe out half the universe, right? To balance out the universe. Now, in this storyline, they got what you like to call the Sacred Amulet. The Amulet of Shinnok. You see what I'm saying? And it's the most potent and powerful of all the mystical talismans within all the realms. It is the most magnificent treasure and also the greatest weapon of its creator, the fallen elder god Shinnok. And this is what it looks like. Guess what this is? You are looking at the signet ring that King Solomon wore in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? Hold on. Up. Yeah, you are looking at, that's what the signet ring looked like in the Bible. It says here, let's see. Before I get to that part, before I continue on to Kamidogu, did I get it? I may not. But let's see. Okay. So, the amulet, the sacred amulet, is made up of 4 elements: earth, air, fire, and water. And he who wears it has the first key to having near infinite power. Now all they need is the 6 kamidogu items put it together to become this one source being. Why is this only 6? You know, they represent the 6 chakras. You know, why is it never the 7th chakra? Where the crown chakra is? You are the crown chakra, because you house sentience or intelligence or consciousness. And the crown chakra represents what? Universal consciousness. You see what I'm saying? It represents consciousness, awareness. You see what I'm saying? Intelligence. So you are the crown chakra, just like Thanos. What's the crown chakra in the Marvel universe, right? So this amulet, you wear the signet ring, King Solomon's ring, where they just made it a necklace in this particular storyline, and he had 4 gems on it, which were the 4 elements, and he could control the Anunnaki forces, the angelic forces, and he could control the demonic forces, the jinn. You see what I'm saying? The 72, and he could use them both in unison. You see what I'm saying? He became a what? Master of the universe. See what I'm saying? Because he had mastered both his internal demonic forces and angelic forces, right? What's up, Yana? What's up, Drake? So this is what you got going on here. We talk about when we got this story going on. They said this about the Kamidogu. They said they are the mystical relics crafted by the elder gods, which are said to contain the essence of the ram. When used in sorcery, they are said to have incredible power that can make and unmake all of reality. The power of each Kamidogu can only be fully used by one individual. So if one were to make use of all the Kamidogu, the person has to fuse all 6 Kamidogu into one Kamidogu. Wielded by the wrong hands, the Kamidogu can endanger existence itself. So these elder guys, who are these elder guys? They the Olympian guys. Yep, they Olympian guys. How we know? This story is incomplete because in Mortal Kombat 11 they give you another character in Chronica. Now Chronica is a Titan who have a higher rank than the elder guys. So she precedes the elder guys. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? It's because the elder guys are the Titans' children. You see what I'm saying? You know, that's us. We the Titans, right? So what are the elder guys trying to do? They're trying to keep their realm or their reality stable. But of course, Chronica, the Titan, the Titan of Time at this point, she the representation of Chronos, is trying to rewrite the timeline to create something new. But the elder gods summon all the other warriors from the other realms to try to stop them. You see what I'm saying? And so this is what you got going on here. So this is what the war is about. You see what I'm saying? The war is about the star gods wanted to ground and implement a reality of truth, spirituality, liberation, ascension, and transformation and regeneration, right? The fallen gods want to continue their reality of oppression, tyranny, lockdown, misery, and enslavement. You see what I'm saying? And that's what the war about. Where's the war always held? The war is always held on the astral plane or the spiritual realm of that particular planet or plane of existence. And it's a war over whose reality will be implemented on the physical plane. You see what I'm saying? Peep game. That's what's going on here. That's what the Immortal Kombat or the Immortal Wars are about. You see what I'm saying? It's between the star gods who are trying to implement this freedom, justice, and liberty for all versus the fallen gods who are trying to implement oppression, tyranny, and dictation for all. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on. Sovereignty versus enslavement. You see what I'm saying? So star gods, star seeds, as we also call it, infiltrated this particular paradigm to participate in its intercelestial kumite. war/immortal war. You see what I'm saying? That's taking place on the astral plane as we speak. See what I'm saying? This is what you got going on here. And Mortal Kombat is just a reflection of what's going on here. You see, it's really immortal combat. You see, they just took off the I and M, but it's really immortal combat. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here. This is what you got going on here. So the war is broken up into 3 categories, right? You got the empaths versus the narcissists. You got the rebels versus the tyrants. And then you got the starseeds versus the archons in their particular team, right? So it's all about us trying to create a soul society versus them trying to create an archonic society. You see what I'm saying? We just some robotic fucking go watch them Star Trek and goddamn other movies where you just some robotic cyborgish. Johnny Mnemonic is a good movie with Keanu Reeves. You just some cyborgish motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? That's obeying everything. A good example, the Kree in Captain Marvel. They worship the AI intelligence, the artificial intelligence. They worship. That's an archonic society. That's what they want. And what they say in the movie, the power given can be taken away. So that's not true power to you. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here. This is what you got going on. This is what they're trying to implement. We're trying to stop them from creating a Kree-like society. We're trying to create a Green Lantern type society where everything is soul-based, baby. Everything comes from within. Even your rings is based off the lantern, which is nothing but the great soul or the world soul. You see what I'm saying? Oil represented represented futuristic Earth when it's fully healed and operational and doing what it's supposed to be doing. You see what I'm saying? And the Green Lantern that was embedded in her was her soul, the world soul. You see what I'm saying? So, and it was green. Why was it green? Because Earth is a heart chakra type planet. So the Green Lanterns are us in the future. You see what I'm saying? If we continue on a path to becoming a soul society. If you want to see what we could become for the Archons, go and check out the Kree Society and Captain Marvel. 2 different societies, you see what I'm saying? Technology, advanced technology, you know, for the Archons, Homo evolutis, become cyborgs, become part machines, kill your emotions, don't listen to your heart, just basic academic intellect, the usual. Whereas Soul Society, of course, listen to your heart, listen to your soul, listen to your everything you need is within you. Use your lantern to create the constructs, will it into existence. Imagine it first and will it into existence and do what needs to be done. So this is what Immortal Kombat or the Immortal Wars is what we're dealing with here. So we dealing with these motherfuckers on the astral plane. We war with them. First, it started off with the kumite, where we went to different temples and tournaments and shit on the astral plane to train and get used to fighting. You see what I'm saying? Get used to fighting. That's usually what happens when you first wake up. You're fighting a lot. You're getting used to it again. You see what I'm saying? And then later on, once you get used to it, once you become a fully trained god and goddess, you then enter the Immortal Wars, because now you're ready to go. You don't want to get put on a field that you ain't ready, right? So now you enter the Immortal Wars and you go in. You find these motherfuckers for real on the astral plane. And you fucking their asses up. I mean, you tearing them motherfuckers up. Shit, showing your power. Testing your might at this point. And unlocking new powers, because pressure produces what? Pressure what? Makes diamonds. So the more you tap in those pressurized situations, the more power you unlock. And after you finish warring, the percentage of that power always remains unlocked to you. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? A percentage of that power will always remain unlocked to you. So that's what you got going on. So empaths versus narcissists, rebels versus tyrants, and starseeds versus archons. Which is, what you got going on here. That's pretty much how it looks on the ground. Empaths running into them but fucking narcissists. Rebels running into tyrants. And fucking starseeds running into archons. Day in and day out. You see what I'm saying? So this magical Cold War is heating up. You see what I'm saying? It's getting more fiery now. because we are trying to take control of the physical, and they're trying to take control of the physical. So, what's up, Rose? What's up, Melanie? So we all at war. We all at a tug of war to see whose schematics, whose paradigm, whose plan is going to manifest. You see what I'm saying? On this plane. You see what I'm saying? And whose plan is going to manifest. So, in Mortal Kombat Annihilation, they did what? They went to war. They went to war, baby. It was straight out total warfare and Annihilation. See, that's part 2. In Annihilation, they just scrap. No rules, no holds barred. Let's get it in. Immortal Kombat, baby. Shit, no tournament, no net. We just going in. It's our agenda versus y'all agenda. We won't change, and y'all won't fucking stay the same. Let's go. Let's get it. You see what I'm saying? It's pretty much what it was. Balls to bones, tooth to nails. You see what I'm saying? So straight up. So everybody's doing their part right now. You know, everybody's got their agenda for what's going on. So this was happening. This was happening. It's war over the realm. And you know, we not the only realm. You know, you got, according to them, you got Earth realm, which is the heart realm, Midgard or the middle world. You got the chaos realm, which is the realm of melanin. You got the nether realm, which is the underverse. You got the realm of order, which is the heavenly realms. You got outworld, which is the astral plane. And you got Edenia, which represents the ancient realm or the Garden of Eden, paradise, how Mother Earth used to be, the ancient past. And then you got Aztec, which is the realm of gold or the realm of gods. That's the Aztecian, Olmecian paradigm. You see what I'm saying? The Olmecs. See what I'm saying? The Shy people, when they was in power. You see what I'm saying? That particular paradigm. And these 7 realms, these 7 major realms, hang in the balance as we war. What they say a realm is? A realm is the name of a dimension occupied by a single world. Word. Because a world just means word. Existing on many different types of planes of reality. All realms are in a state of flux, shifting like an endless dream, according to Ray, right? Right? So, Mother Earth's realm, Midgard, is no different. You see what I'm saying? It's no different. It's in a constant state of flux. So, now most people tell you shouldn't erase the past. That's bullshit. You see what I'm saying? Because it's a false past that was imposed on us. So slavery, all that shit can be destroyed and rewritten for a new timeline. So I know what the fuck they talk about. Matter of fact, in order to win the war, you got to collapse the old timelines to create new timelines. So actually, the concept we know is slavery has to be destroyed anyway. The timeline that slavery on got to be destroyed by default. You see what I'm saying? It has to be destroyed by default. It has to be. There's no other way. See what I'm saying? And there's a particular character in fucking Mortal Kombat that did it. Jax in Mortal Kombat 11. Check this out. Check this out. Show y'all his video, his ending in the game.
To fix my life. Now I have the power to fix history. Reading warns me I can't fix everything. Change too much and I can lose Vera, lose Jackie. But this power is bigger than us. If I think only about helping myself, what kind of officer am I? What kind of man? I've been lucky. My family and I have lived the American dream. But most people who look like me haven't had that chance. I owe it to them to put things right. And I'm not waiting centuries for people to get woke when I've got the power to speed things up. I don't get it right the first time, or the second, or even the third. But eventually, I knock it out of the damn park. My family's back. The world's a better place for everyone. Turns out, you can have everything. Anyone who says you can't needs to dream bigger.
Now notice what he said. Hold on, let's go back a little bit. Let's go back here.
I don't get it right the first. What kind of man? time, or the second, or even the third. But eventually, I knock it out of the damn park. My family's back. The world's a better place for everyone. Turns out, you can have everything. Anyone who says you can't needs to dream bigger.
Notice what he said. He said, I'm not waiting around for centuries for motherfuckers to get woke. I'm gonna speed things up. Let's hit this again. Let's hit this again.
I owe it to them to put things right. And I'm not waiting centuries for people to get woke when I've got the power to speed things up. I don't get it right the first.
I got the power to speed things up. You see what I'm saying? He says, I got the power to speed this shit up. So he telling you right there. See, the hourglass represents your soul. And your ability to tap into your soul, your ability to tap into your soul to speed shit up. That's why you down here. If we had let this shit continue to go on, it would have took another 500 years, 600 years to free everybody. But since how we came down here, got in tune with our souls, upgraded ourselves to God status, and did whatever we need to do on our force missions and soul journeys or whatever, we sped this shit up. So now 500 years in the making, we dropped it down to, what, 5 years. You see what I'm saying? We condensed it into 5 motherfucking years. So it may only take 5 years now to free this shit. See, he said what? I don't get it right the first time. I don't get it right the second time. But eventually I knock it out of the goddamn paw. How did he do it? How did he do it? Well, in Star Wars, they show you that there's a world between worlds in the astral plane, or aspect of the astral plane called a world between worlds. And there are portals that allows you to access particular timelines. Let me show you here. Let me show you. Check this out. See this? Let me make it bigger. Let me make it bigger. This the world between worlds in Star Wars Rebels. You see what I'm saying? The world between worlds. Now, check this out. And this is one of the portals. This is one of the portals. Right here. Now notice, they made sure that they didn't give you full images of the portals, because you can look into those portals and tap in and project your consciousness into them to wherever you want to go. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on. You can tap into those worlds between where I did a mission not too long ago where they showed me the image of slavery, and they said if you destroy this timeline, everything will change. Man, I shot that fucking force energy blast so quick at that motherfucker, shattered the timeline or paradigm where slavery actually happened, and replaced it with a new timeline just like Jax did. I learned from Jax. Shit, created a new timeline that just like Jax did, and grounded that motherfucker. Shit. Now I created some Helios Prime shit that I seen in Riddick, where the fucking pyramids shooting out beams of soul light, man. It was crazy. I created a whole dimension. And then I stabilized it, and now I just wait for it to grind. So you can do that too. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to wait for if everybody went to their subconscious mind right now, their astral minds right now, and destroyed the timeline of slavery, hell, all this shit has changed overnight. You see what I'm saying? Shit, it only take a year to see those manifestations on the physical. See what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here. This is what you got going on. This is what we talking about with this immortal warfare. So another thing about Jax and Jackie, to let you know who they were. In the storyline on Mortal Kombat 11, guess what? There was a scene where they were the only ones, him and his daughter were the only ones who could go to, is a temple of souls, and they was the only ones that could go into that temple to get Chronicle's crown, which was infused with soul energies. And more importantly, they said that no mortal could wear her crown, but both Jax and Jackie had the ability to wear her crown and use the powers of her crown, the soul forces or soul energies of the crown, to fight gods. So they telling you right there, if you activate your crown chakra and tap into your soul energy, you are on a par with you are actually not only on the par with gods, but you can actually defeat these fucking Olympian guys. You see what I'm saying? These false motherfuckers who been running the world. You see what I'm saying? Who had their time but don't want to let this shit go. You see what I'm saying? They had their time. It's over with. You see what I'm saying? These fallen motherfuckers, these arcanic motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So what you got going on? And not just them, the Dracos, them insectoids, them fucking lichens, them ghouls and goblins and orcs and all them motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? The list goes on. For all these fucking weirdo motherfuckers that's down here. You see what I'm saying? Doing dirt. So that you got this was happening here when we talk about Immortal Kombat, the Immortal Wars. You see what I'm saying? It's happening, and it's going hard. And it's going hard. You know, you was chosen for a reason. Your life didn't go right on this realm for a reason. It didn't go right because it didn't go right because this life is a lie. This ain't your set. You came down here to fight. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You came down here to fight this realm. See what I'm saying? You came down here to go into the astral realms, the spiritual war, and join the immortal wars. You see what I'm saying? And deal with this bullshit. Cause you ain't gonna see much fight on the physical like that, you know, because the physical plane is only reacting to what's happening in the astral. You see what I'm saying? But you know, I would advise you to still train in the physical just in case. You know, it's always a possibility that, because the word on the street is the physical and the astral is merging slowly but surely. So you're starting to see more astral shit happen in the physical. So of course you still gotta train to tap into your abilities here as well. And as more astral it becomes, the more you're able to tap into your abilities. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on. So this is happening, y'all. This is happening. No, don't think it ain't happening. You know, these motherfuckers is showing us. You know, in Mortal Kombat Annihilation, I always thought Liu Kang and his team was right, but nah, they was trying to preserve this paradigm. But Shao Kahn and Shinnok and all them was trying to heal the Nate. They was trying to heal the realms. They was trying to put this shit back together so it can become one sourceful realm once more. So they was trying to piece the realms back together so that they could become they was trying to piece the realms back together by merging them again into one consciousness, so the realms could be one holistic entity again, instead of being broken up like they were. They was aspects of the one being's Pormandare's consciousness, which is what you're seeing. A lot of us we're working on putting this shit back together, where these motherfuckers trying to preserve it, keep it the same, so they can continue to rule over us and rule over other beings in the cosmos, because we're not the only ones that's locked down. You see what I'm saying? It's multiple material realms. But see, heart chakra is the main Earth is the main battlefield, which is the heart chakra, the central heart for this particular material verse. Because we're the main heart center, if the main war is happening on Earth. You see what I'm saying? Earth, all eyes is on Earth. 12 to 15 to 20 million galaxies. 12 and many of these species is watching us, of all people. Why are they watching us? Because the main war is happening here. They sent all their best warriors and warriettes to this dimension to war with these arcanic motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? And now they're trying their best to just keep the masses asleep. The only reason they're trying to keep the masses asleep so they won't wake up and join the war. You see what I'm saying? While they continue to do damage on the astral plane. See what I'm saying? They just want to keep them sleep here so they continue to fuck shit up on the astral. See what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on. So there you go, Devarian Killmonger is really the good guy. He really was, because he wanted to what? He wanted to free the people. T'Challa just wanted to work with him. Fucking Killmonger wanted to free this shit. You see what I'm saying? He wanted to free it. So you had a few so-called bad guys who were actually good guys. Killmonger, Thanos, shit, Shao Kahn, all them want to fucking merge the shit back together and make it one holistic entity. Whereas the other motherfuckers, to T'Challa's, your goddamn Avengers, your Liu Kang and the Earth Warriors and all them niggas there, they want this shit to continue how it was. You see what I'm saying? They didn't want change. They didn't want transformation. They didn't want to merge it all back together to make it one holistic entity again. They want to keep it fragmented, fractured, broken up. Cause you can control pieces of the puzzle, but when it's all one holistic entity, it's hard to take down. See what I'm saying? They show you that in the game. You have to destroy different parts in the boss characters to weaken it. You see what I'm saying? You have to focus on the fragment, the piece. You see what I'm saying? To fuck it up. But you can't just attack the holistic entity by itself, or you'll never win. So they don't want the realms, the consciousness, the awareness to be pieced back together, both inside you and period. You know, you see what I'm saying? In general. So this is what you got going on. So we're trying to transmute this realm into something new and bring it back into the pleroma like how it's supposed to be. The primordial realm, bring it back into the primordial realm once more, whereas they trying to keep it away from the primordial realm. They trying to keep it into this fucked up ass material verse. See what I'm saying? It's material verse, or meta, as the ancient Egyptians called it. You see what I'm saying? Or Tartarus, as the ancient Greeks called it. Or Helheim, as our ancient Norse brethren called it, and sisterin called it. Helheim, goddammit. In Japanese mythology, they say the demons would have owned it. They was trying to break free out of hell. but you always had these dayside motherfuckers trying to keep you locked down because they wanted shit to remain the same. But in Mortal Kombat, nah, we can't usurp this shit. We can't produce change and transformation. And if it takes shutting this shit down, the quarantine is happening because we whooping their ass on the astral plane, and so they gotta slow this ram down and recalculate what they got going on, because they getting their asses kicked in the astral realms. See what I'm saying? They soothsayers and conjurers and occultists, cabal occultists. You see what I'm saying? And all the other shit that they got going on over there in Europe, and the Boule and all and the Jesuit priests and the archonic fucking Asian governments and all these other motherfuckers. There's so many of them, y'all. The Russians, all these niggas, all got it out for us because they mad because their time is up. And they don't want to pass the rock. They want a war. So if they want a war, they got one. With the Star Seas, with the Star Nation. You see what I'm saying? Mortal Kombat. See what I'm saying? Mortal Kombat. See what I'm saying? Immortal Wars. These Immortal Wars are taking place on the astral plane as we speak. For the Star Gods versus the Fallen Gods. So that's what you got going on here, y'all. That's what you got going on here. When you dealing with this celestial kumite, we try to do it. We try to do it nice with them. And the kumite to see who would win, but they played dirty with our Malcolm X's and Martin Luther Kings and Huey P. Newtons and Angela Davises and Maya Angelou's. They played dirty doing the kumite, doing the tournament. So guess what? Since they played dirty, they called us. They called them fucking them Gemini men and women to come in. And you start fucking shit up. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Them they called us in. They called us in. They called in the Royal Guard. You see what I'm saying? They called in the Secret Service. You see what I'm saying? They called in the multi-dimensional source agents. See what I'm saying? To deal with this shit. So that's what you got going on. Them universal soldiers. We're gonna get into that later on. Who need to come down here. So this was happening. This was happening. So it's wartime, baby. The astral wars is real. It's ugly. Everybody's in it. You know, a lot of people are not experiencing it, maybe because it's not their gift, maybe it's because it's not their time. See what I'm saying? Maybe they haven't done enough internal work, because you ain't gonna go in there unless you've done enough work. Your inner self not gonna let you go places that you're not ready for. What they said in the Bible, I'm only gonna give you what you can handle. God damn it. I'm only gonna put on your plate what you can handle. If you ain't ready to war on that level, or fight on that level, then it just ain't your time. Just ain't your time. You won't see it yet. Hell, some of them ain't even ready to go into the astral plane because they haven't done enough internal work. They haven't cleared up their they haven't cleaned out their internal self enough yet to even be able to free up their spirit so it can travel. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, they got a lot going on. They got a lot going on here, you know? Like I said, my hashtag said what? Once upon a time I was stable. But then my faith was shaped like a table. And then I would begin to break away from what they call the church. You see what I'm saying? The religious institutions that they set up for me to detour me. You see what I'm saying? Maybe that's why I was destined to join the war cry. Because they locked me down in they bullshit for a little bit. When I figured it out, when I awoken and figured it out, I came for their ass. I gotta see y'all, nigga. I lost 19 years fucking with that shit you call religion. Relegare to imprison. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And all the other star seeds are pissed because there was a lot of time wasted. Hey, you don't live long in this fucking apparatus, so shit, 19 years, that's damn near a quarter of your life. See what I'm saying? That you spent locked in that shit. So yeah, we had to go see them. We gotta go see them for that shit. So that's what you got going on. So hit shot on them cabal soothsayers, the cabal occultists, them conjurers, them fucking mad monks on the mountain chanting curses down on us. Them fucking Arab Sufi down there fucking chanting to shut us down as well. You see what I'm saying? The dirty Arab Sufi fucking working the chant and keeping our African counterparts enslaved. The motherfuckers who coming to America trying to attack us, take our children and kids. All they ass been hexed and targeted by these Gemini men and women that's came back. You see what I'm saying? That's why they gotta do it in secret now. Notice, used to, they just used to be blatant with it. You know, they just come take your shit and leave. You know, like they did in the 60s with the Ku Klux Klan and all that. They just roll up on you and take your shit. See what I'm saying? What's up, Marco? But now they gotta do it in secret. Cause they know if I don't give a damn who it is. If they see you trying to take a kid or kidnap a kid, I don't give a damn that motherfucker. If it was a 14-year-old seeing that shit, them motherfuckers trying to take kids, and even he walked up to him. You see what I'm saying? Shit, fucking their ass up. They freeing the kids. So they keep up with shit like that. Like, all right, we got rebels down here. Fucking 15-year-olds warring with motherfuckers. Goddamn warring with kidnappers. We really fucking up. We really gotta do this shit in secret. So they had to change their game plan. So they had to get it. So they had to fucking initiate the Uber drivers and the Lyft drivers and all them motherfuckers into their slave trade. You see what I'm saying? Because they couldn't just do it in vans no more. Because when they were trying to kidnap kids in the neighborhood, even the young teenagers was attacking their asses when they seen that shit. Because they had to be so covert with it. And motherfuckers would find the vans and show them how they were soundproof. See, there was a video that came out where the ladies they recorded what was going on in the van. That motherfucker was soundproof. It was special designed to block sound, so you couldn't hear nobody screaming. You see what I'm saying? So they know exactly what the fuck they doing. So now the war is on. The war is on. You see what I'm saying? So now they find it harder and harder to do that shit. So they gotta find new ways. And they definitely want us over here because the prophesied awakening is happening over here. It starts over here, the root chakra, and then it expands out across the rest of the world. See what I'm saying? That's what you got going on. That's what you got going on here. So yeah, they scared. You see what I'm saying? This Immortal come back in full effect. Next, I'm gonna talk about this Scorpion and fucking Sub-Zero reality they got us in. Got motherfuckers walking around in masks. Guys looking like the fucking Lin Kuei and Shirai Ryu around this motherfucker. Let's talk about that for a second. What's up with the masked on society? The masked on represents, of course, conformity. It represents, tricking y'all. It represents propaganda. It represents tricking y'all into wearing what we tell you to wear. You see what I'm saying? Just pretty much another form of mind control, right? Well, guess what? Mask on, the mask on society is also representative of, if everybody wearing a mask, you know, the sly shit they trying to incorporate. But if everybody wearing a mask, how you gonna focus on prejudice and racism and police brutality? Everybody wearing a mask now. You see what I'm saying? Even though the police don't even honor that rule, they walking around with regular shit. You see what I'm saying? Had a sheriff drop off some papers not too long ago. Man, this nigga ain't even wearing masks. You got fucking policemen in McDonald's ain't wearing masks. Shit, I seen one police officer, black policeman, the other day he was actually wearing a mask. See, he was the only one. That's the only cop I've seen so far that wore a mask. Everybody else chilling. You see what I'm saying? Shit, ain't none of these cops wearing no masks, but they enforcing it on us. It's a $500 fine down here. And guess what? It's a $500 fine down here. Motherfuckers still ain't wearing that shit because it's stupid. See what I'm saying? Shit, I ain't been trained like a Lin Kuei, so I damn sure ain't about to look like a Lin Kuei or a Shirai Ryu around here. See what I'm saying? Shit, those was assassin gills. The Lin Kuei almost got Earth Realm destroyed, and the Shirai Ryu got massacred. Them bad storylines. We ain't trying to have it. We ain't trying to have it. You see what I'm saying? So fuck them Sub-Zero and Scorpion realities. So, you know, they using them energies, Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Because what? Sub-Zero represent what? He represents the Piscean energy. You see what I'm saying? The winter solstice. The cold edge. You see what I'm saying? Scorpion represents what? His element was fire. He represents the solar energy. The Aquarian age. And that fire, that ferocity, that fierceness inside of you. See what I'm saying? That solar fire that lives inside of you. And so they trying to fucking have you wear masks. So that you can be part of the new Lin Kuei Shirai Ryu society. You see what I'm saying? That they trying to incorporate, you know, up under so-called quarantine of COVID-19. And it's one big experiment to see how much mind control they still have over you. Of course, they see half the society they got, half the society they don't got. See what I'm saying? Some of us fuck around with it. Sometimes we wear the matches to fuck with it, sometimes we don't. just to fuck with the numbers. So this is what you got going on here. This is what you got going on here with this new Sub-Zero and Scorpion reality. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Scorpion is Scorpio, Sub-Zero is fucking the winter solstice, for the most part. So they try to. Scorpio represent what? Death and rebirth. The winter solstice represent what? The most melanated time of the year. Where the dark energy is at its strongest, at its coldest. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? At its coldest. You see what I'm saying? At its most fiercest. You see what I'm saying? That winter edge, that cold edge. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on. This is what you got going on with this energy. And they playing with it. They playing with it. See what I'm saying? Death and rebirth. You take the mask on, you put the mask on, there's life in their society. You take the mask off, there's death. Oh, they playing with this shit. They playing around with it. But guess what? It means nothing. It means nothing. Whether you wear the mask on and decide to fucking play with that shit, play with their new experiment, participate or whatever, or whether you like us, the rebels, and don't like the way that shit at all, most of the time, you know, it is what it is. It's a game to them. You know, it's just a game. You know, they worry about masks and shit. Coronavirus ain't killed not nearly as many people as the flu. But goddamn, you know, they running around here, got you quarantined, you know, in this society. Why they have you quarantined? Because they get their ass kicked in the astral realm. And it's starting to manifest on the physical. Their system is starting to shut down slowly but surely. Hey, they even paying you now. They even paying you because they gotta do something other than what they're doing. So they rather pay you now and slow this shit down than to get you to wake up and rebel on them on the physical, because the physical is all they got now. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So yeah. So there y'all go. This is what you got happening. Yeah. So there it is, y'all. Also, one last thing, just a side note here. A lot of people been asking me about the field reports. You know, I've been going around doing a few lectures, you know, just to different sites or whatever. And the whole point of it is to show y'all that the occult hidden realm is still in the physical. Like, this whole world is built off sacred geometry and supreme mathematics. You see what I'm saying? And masonry. See what I'm saying? Supreme mathematics, sacred geometry, nature-based mathematics, so on, chaos theory, and so on and so forth. There's all this society is made off of. They're just using the supreme mathematics and sacred geometry and masonry teachings to rule the world. You see what I'm saying? And masonry just means builder. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. Just showing y'all that the occult world is in the physical too. See, then you go to these sites, purifying with your geomancy, with your force, and goddamn make that area stronger and make Earth stronger. Cause you purify her pressure points that make her stronger and accelerate her consciousness. And help other people in that particular area that you purify the point to awaken faster. So there you go. There you go. I want to put that out there on this particular lecture. Immortal Kombat, baby. Immortal Kombat. You see what I'm saying? So, any questions? Any questions? Any questions? I'll take questions. What it said, devouring the mother of the brother who got shot while jogging. Jogging said she wants death as punishment. That's a change. Usually the black mother always get on TV and said, God told me to forgive them for killing my child. That didn't happen this time. Yeah. Shit, motherfuckers get sick of this shit now. On every level. You see what I'm saying? On every level, they get sick of it. What you said, a real ninja clan tripping out, regular people ain't about their life? Nah, they ain't. They ain't. It take a lot to be a ninja. Take a lot to tap into that ninjutsu. You see what I'm saying? That nimpo. We may talk about that later. So yeah. There you go. They losing cause there's cracks and all this face shit down here. Yeah. Yep, Thanos the good guy. Always has been. His only mistake was he should have destroyed the world the first time and called it a day. When he tried to come back and do it again, they was ready for his ass in our Endgame. But Infinity War is the real storyline where he actually fucked this shit up. See, they just went and changed the timeline in Endgame where they became victorious. But Infinity War is where he fucked this shit up. He whooped the Avengers' ass. So any question? There you go, devouring cybermancy, using the force inside itself. The fusion of magic, technology, and science. Can you feel the 3D Earth and 5D Earth splitting apart? Actually, now I do one better. 3D Earth getting sucked into the 5D Earth. They don't understand this realm is destined to fade away. That's why they fight so hard to preserve it. It is destined to fade away and be merged and merged into 5D Earth. It's gonna just vanish. It ain't gonna be here no more. And that's why they fight so hard to try to stop us from changing this shit, cause they know that it won't be here no more. They won't be able to come back here or rebuild or none of that shit. It won't exist. Third dimensional Earth is going to fade away. See what I'm saying? Just like they show you in a lot of the shows. Like they showed you in what's the name of it? Damn, what's the name of that show? That movie. It's a movie. Back to the Future Part 2. Or Back to the Future Part 1, actually. It's Part 1 where he started fucking with the past and his family and shit. He began to fade away. Well, that's what Mother Earth gonna do when she done with this particular paradigm. It's gonna fade away. And it's gonna transmute itself into something new. See what I'm saying? So there you go. There you go. Any other questions before I get up out of here? Hope that helped, D. What's up, little light? Yeah, it's fading faster and faster. Any other questions? I used to have nightmares of lions hunting me, attacking me, and killing me. They always knew what I was thinking, even when I tried to fight back. Recently they are gone. What happened? Those lines were just shapeshifters, archons in a different form attacking you. Now that you on the level, and now that this shit falling apart, and y'all the boys dead, shit, they got other problems. Hell, the last few remaining of them trying to get their ass kicked by them Anunnaki exterminators and ourselves, of course, and the rest of them being in prison. You see what I'm saying? Locked down the nether realms, the underverse. So yeah. So there you go. Shoot. So they ain't got time to fuck with you like that now. They not in power for real now. Hell, they don't even fuck with people like that no more. I remember there was a time when motherfuckers, you couldn't get them off your back. Every 5 minutes you was warring. Now you're not warring as much because a lot of them, y'all are both dead. He been assassinated. You got a few Arcanic generals still running around here, but most of them dead too. And you got, some Arcanic, a few more Archons. Mainly this shit being ran by Dracos now. And even they running. Hell, even they running. The Insectoids, all them motherfuckers, even they running. So yeah, even they running. So even they know they time up, cause they ain't getting no messages from the Archons no more. Those were the ringleaders. And now that we cut off the head of the dragon, the head of the snake, the rest of the body falling apart. They don't know what to do. Yeah, they trying to escape. They trying to escape this shit through portals and shit. The portals been locked down. Everything been locked down. They trapped him. And so now they don't know what the fuck to do. Hell, they just gotta play it by ear now. They just as fucked up as we were when they was in power now. So yeah, there y'all go. So there it is, man. I hope that helped. But with that being said, Marvin Jones, y'all share this with your friends. You want to donate, Cashapp, mcjnetwork. You want to check out my other occult lectures, check out the Midnight Order. Where we get it in all day and every day. And I'm out. Peace.